everyone, I'm just adding this intro to the beginning of my video so you can see what I'm making, and I've actually after the video decorated just a small cluster at the bottom. So what we have here is an expandable full windowed folder. So it's expandable like so on all three sides so that you can fit plenty in. And it's great for holding extra ephemera. You can fit loads in, and yeah, you can really fill it with lots and lots of goodies. So I'm going to show you how it's made. Get yourself a brew because it's a bit of a train wreck video. I was a little bit distracted, so apologies if I look like I don't know what I'm doing, but I actually do. So if you're ready for some real crafting, fasten your seatbelts, off we go. Hello everyone, Amanda here. So I'm doing some work on my Parisienne journal. So I'm using the papers that I brought out recently. The link's in the description box below. That gets that out of the way. So I've made a chipboard cover and I've wrapped it very much like a mini album. I've covered the spine with some lovely twill fabric, and that's as far as I've got. Now, because I've got a nice sturdy cover, it means I can put whatever I want on the inside here. So I can have, you know, heavy elements on there if I want. So I'm going to put some kind of pockets front and back. So we're going to just do a craft along, and I'm going to see what I can come up with for the front here. I've got it in my head that I want to do some sort of I don't know, expandable kind of pocket, I think. So first of all, I'm just going to trim my edges because I don't know how big it's going to be yet. I'll give you the sizes as I'm working. I've done expandable things before, so I'm going to do it kind of the same way and see what we come up with. So yeah, bear with me. So I've printed out one of my papers on some 200 GSM cardstock. Okay, now let's have a look how tall I want it, because I think I want to put a flap. Okay, so that's going to fold under there, so it's going to come down to about there. Let me just think. So I want, let's just get the scoreboard out. I think I'll do my scoring that I know I need and then work from there on the sizing. So when I'm doing expandable pockets, I do 3/8 of an inch. So 1, 2, 3/8 there. And then 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do 3 again. 1, 2, that's, yeah, 3. So that's 1 1/8. I want my pocket to be about, so my book is 5 3/4, so I could probably get away with 5 1/2, maybe. Or shall I just do it a bit smaller? No, I'll do, let me think. Yeah, I think we can get away with 5 1/2. So 5 1/2, oh, here we go. Right, so I've got 1 1/8, so if I imagine that 1/8 is not there, and then we want 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that takes us to 6. Then we've got the half, then I need to put the 1/8 back there. Let's see if I've worked that out right. Yep, 5 1/2. So we've got 3/8, 6/8, 1 1/8, and then I've gone to 6 1/8. Okay, and now we're going to do 3/8 of an inch. 1, 2, 3 times again. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So that's 7, 3, 7 3/8. 1, 2, 3, 7 3/4. Is that right? So I can trim it off at 7 3/4. Oh, I need to do the bottom. I'll just trim that off there. So I'll just trim that to 7 3/4. So that's what size I need. So this is how I make things like this. I'll put it on my scoreboard and I'll think about what I need at either end to attach, and then I'll just work it out that way. And that is literally how I make things up as I go. Okay, and now I want the same scoring at the bottom. So if I turn it there and make sure I'm in shot. I've moved my camera to try and get more light in, so I've got to be a bit more mindful. 1, 2, 3, 3/8. 1, 2, 3/4. 1 1/8. Okay. So then if you watched my expandable file folder video, we're just going to do the same process. So what you need to do is cut off the squares on the 2 corners there. So on each corner you're going to have like a set of squares, small squares. So you want to cut those away. Cut that away. We don't need it. And the same on this side. Hard to see the scar lines with this bright light. There we go. And then it's this one, isn't it? Trim in on the first scar line going down about 3/8 of an inch. So I think I'm going to put a window in it. I want to put a window in it. Yes, I do. So let's have a look. So we're going to turn it over. And we're going to get a pencil and we're going to do some scoring. So from the top we'll do 1/2 inch. Is that 1/2 inch? 1/4 half. Do I want 1 inch? I think I want a bit of a smaller window. I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 3/4 of an inch from the top. Make a line, and then I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch from this scar line, this scar line, and this scar line. Okay, so let's have a look what size I need my acetate now. So I like to have 1/2 inch. Do I want 1/2 inch at each side? Yeah, so it wants to be, let me have a look, 5 by 1/2 inch, 6 1/4. So let's see if this piece will work. Okay, sorry for that little blip. My husband rang. He's got like spidey sense. Only ever rings me when I'm filming. Right, so whilst I was chatting, I've put a 1/4 inch tape all the way around. Now I want to do like a policy closure. So let's have a look where we're going to put it. So this measures 4 3/4. So half of that is 2 3/8, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3. So that's the middle. And then I want it about shall we say about, doesn't really matter where you put it, to be honest. If you're going to have a flat and some string, it wants to go, I'm going to put it about there. So I'm just using my Sharpie to mark it. Yeah, that looks like it's in there. And then what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? I don't know. I think I'm going to, no, I can't use that. That won't reach, Amanda. Put your brain in here. Oh. We'll have to get the long reaching one. And I want it to, is it that? I'm still not used to using this yet. There. Okay, so I need to put that. No, it wants to go back there. I hope my hair's not in the shot. I couldn't be bothered to style it today, so it looks like a bush. So, about there. Oh, not bad, not bad. Right, so now what I'm going to need is an eyelet, and I'm going to need to make some circles. So I'll grab an eyelet, one of these doofers, one of these jobbies, and I'll make some circles from here, and I'll use, what size shall I do it? 1 inch? Is 1 inch going to be too big? Let's have a look. See what I think. Let me just think about that. What I'll do is, if I do my holes first and then punch, then I'm going to find it easier to centralise it. So I'm going to do 2 because I want it to be thick. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be easier to kind of find the centre by doing that. That's 1. And that'll do. It'll do. Don't mind if it's not perfect. Okay. And then I'll probably do the flap. I'm going to need to, whatchamacallit, print something else out to do the flap. Don't think I'll have enough there to do the flap with. Okay. That's that. Okay. Ugh, no tonic. It's dry as a bone, is that? Let me get some ink. Just gently ink that, and then I'll leave it to dry while I do my folding and my whatnot for my finger. Okay, in fact no, I need to get this on first because I need to attach it. Right, where's my eyelet gone? So there's my eyelet. So I'm going to put my eyelet through here. Okay, then I'm going to put it through here. Get my doofer back. Set it to there. Is that right? I find this larger crocodile harder to use than the handheld one. A lot harder. There we go. Job's a good one. Okay. Might be a little bit large that, but I'm not worried. We'll figure it out. Right, so now I need to attach this before I can do anything else. Okay. There we go. Oh, for a second there I thought I'd put it on the same side as the tape. I nearly had kittens. I've put it on the wrong side. I've put my acetate on the wrong side. I mean my sticky tape on the wrong side. What an idiot. It should be on the other way. Tell you what we'll do. Bear with me while I sort it out. Go, learn from my mistake. If you're putting one of these on, you need to put it so that it's on the same side as your tape. Then when you turn it over to stick it down, it's on the right side. One numpty. Oh well. Easily sorted. I just literally pulled it off and did it the other way around. So I'm just going to ink the inside of my window first before I attach my acetate. Okay, there we go. I can ink the top bit. Right, let's have a think now. Let's attach this and then that's that bit done. Alright. So as you know, I always remove one line of tape, then use the one with the backing still on to line up. Okay, get it where I want it, and then straightish, and then press on the one where you've taken the backing off, then remove the rest. Okay, saves you getting all messy, saves you getting it wonky, and it just saves you a big headache. Okay, luckily this is really strong tape, so what I was able to do when I did my adjustment was stick the backing back on and try again. Okay, it's tricky to get that one off now. Hold on, should have taken that off at the same time as the others. There we go, I've got it. There we go, we've got it. Okay. Give it a good burnish, and we've got a lovely window. So now what we want to do is our folding and cutting. So here we're doing mountain valley, so up, down and up. Same here, up, down and up. So doing these kind of pockets are so versatile because you can use them if you teach yourself it. Same process as when I did my expandable folding wallet. If you teach yourself, then it's so useful for lots of things. So then, let me show you again in case you didn't watch that video. You've got that slit there, and this V is going to go inside that slit. So fold that one down, fold the slit in, and you're folding it into each other like that. Okay? Have I got that right? Let me just check. Down, in. Don't know if I want it that way. Let me just check. Down, in. There we go. Just like that. So then you just want a little bit of glue there. Hold it. Okay. Then you want to go like that. Come on, glue, you monster. Glue. Glue, glue, glue. I'm just going to mitre that edge. Just mitre that and that. Let me get a clip to just hold that while I do the other one. Oops, I've put glue on the wrong bit. Glue on that. Down like that. Get rid of that. Mitre these because we're not making a folder, we're making a pocket. So we're going to be attaching. You'll see when I did the folder, we folded that in and glued it all down, but we're not doing that because we're going to use these flaps to attach to our thingy. Journal cover. Okay. Come on, glue. talk amongst yourselves while this stupid thing glues. There we go. And then what you want to do is put glue or tape on these flaps. Check that they're not overlapping, else you've got too much bulk. That's still not gluing. Let me try again. Don't want to glue. Come on, don't be naughty. I've got tea to make. I've got to go put a chicken on in a minute. I've got time for this messing about. Right. Right. Okay. That one's trimming. It's too bulky. That's better. There we go. Right. So let's just give all of this a scar. I mean a burnish, not a scar. We've already scarred it. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to use tape because I haven't got patience to wait for glue to dry. I haven't got time for it. Now this is very strong tape, this, so don't be using, you know, cheap stuff from pound shop or from the range for this. You need really good tape if you have got anything with any weight or you need anything with any strength. This is Scorpal tape. I've said it before on my videos. It's not cheap, but I save it for things that need a really strong tape when I don't want to use glue. Alright. That a burnish. That a burnish. Get off. Give that a bit. I try every time to be really quick on my videos and it just never works, so you'll just have to bear with me. You just have to listen to me waffling on. Right, let's have a look. So it's going to go on here. I don't mind that white background, but I think I'm just going to do a little bit more inking just to blend it a little bit so it's not so stark white. Okay, and I've removed the tape from the bottom one. Let me get in shot. So I'm going to line it up, centralise it. I want it quite low down. I can get away with it being low down. And I don't want it too close to the spine. Reason being, so I'm going to line it up with my matting on the inside of my cover. The reason I don't want it too close to the spine is because I'm going to have bulk there when I'm closing it, because I'm going to have my signatures. So I'm going more there than there. So I'm not exactly centralising it. I'm going more towards the left. Got all bits on it. Right, so that's that bit done. Let's remove the tape from here. And that just gives you a bit more of a roomy pocket than your standard pockets that normally go in journals. So it just means you can, you know, pack it with ephemera, or you could make a small. Does that come undone? Yeah, it didn't want to glue, didn't that one? Never mind, I can tuck it in and stick it down. It just gives you a bit more room. Yeah, because it's going to come out and it's going to have a bit more give. Okay, so that's that bit. So now we need some sort of flap. I don't know if I've got enough left. I've got enough there, haven't I, with that offcut? So let's measure it. Should be 5.5, yeah. So let's get this trimmer back. We want 5.5. 5.5. I'm just going to do it just slightly over, just ever so slightly. And then I'm going to need right, I'm going to need, might not be wide enough this, let's have a look. Where's my scarf tool gone? I'm going to need at least 1/2 inch to adhere it to the journal cover. 1/2 inch. And then another, what's that? I don't need the full 3/4. Let's do 3/8 of an inch. Or should we do 1/4? We'll do 1/4. That's too much. 1/2 inch. 1, 2. 1/2 inch. 1, 2, 3. No, we'll do 3/8. 3/8. I don't need a full 1/2 inch, I don't think. Let's have a look what I think. I think that'll be enough, because you can always just do that. You can always just do that. Okay. Alright, so now we're just going to ink it all the way around. Although, do I want it shaped? But I've got to think on, I need one of them on it, don't I? I ain't got no thingy. I haven't got any of this paper left. I'm going to have to print another one out. So that will just slot there like so. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I can have it up there a bit more, can't I? I think I want angles there, so I'm just going to get my... if I can find anything. I'm sorry, I can't find anything today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, I do, I'm dateless, but you know, we all know that. So I'm using the same thing that I make my journal tags with. I just want a bit of a shape, but I don't want rounded. Yes, that's nice. We're liking that. Okay, so I can have that there, just touching the top of the pocket. Yep, let's do some inking inside. I may well layer the inside here. I may well not as well. Let me just have a think. I don't think I can. I think I'm just going to ink it. I think I'm going to leave it white and just take some of the white off with some inking. Because I think that'll be easier, to be honest. Right, so I'm going to need another one of these now, aren't I? So what I'll do is, I will get one of those and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, let's sort this flap out. So, I've got my circle now. I've actually cut them 1 1/4. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I didn't just do 1 inch, but there you go, never mind. At least whoever gets the journal will be able to see it. They'll be like, whoa, hello, I'm massive. I'm huge and I'm here. Right, so I'm just going to centralise. If I do it from here, that's 5 1/2. So we want 2 1/4. Hey, I can divide 5 1/2. 2 1/4. That don't look right. 2 1/4. That's never in middle. That's never seen middle. Let me just try again. 5 1/2. No, Amanda. It's 2 3/4. You divvy. Right, 2 3/4. My maths is shocking. I should have paid more attention at school. Right, so 2 3/4, but I want it quite high up. I want it about there. So let me just make a mark roughly how high I want it. Oh, that's not too bad. That'll do. So I know I can't use that one. Annoying. There we go. About there. Alright, not too worried. not too worried if it's a little bit on the wonk. It adds character. It's character. If I think it's really off centre, I'd redo it, because obviously I do sell my journals, so I'm only joking. I make them perfect. It just takes me a while. Right, so let's get that in. I don't have strength in my arms like I used to. I don't know why, but there you go. I'm just going to mitre these because I just feel like I need to. I don't think it matters. Because you're not going to see it. But I'm a psycho. Right, then I'm going to put tape. Tape. Do I want this skinny one or do I want a fatter one? Let's have a look. What size is this? Yeah, I'll have the 3/8 of an inch, and then I know it's got full coverage and it's not going anywhere. Just need to trim off that overhang. But at least, you know, when you're watching me, you get real crafting. Because I make stuff up as I go. I don't sit and plan them for months. Perky tool. Alright. Right, let's be serious now. Stop messing about. Alright, now I'm going to stick this at the top. So let's have a look. Do I want it to go inside? I can, because I've mitered it, I can just slip it inside, can't I? Yeah. Slip it inside. But then I want it a little bit higher up, actually. So I'm just going to line it up. Make sure it's straight, which it looks like it is. I'm just going to fold it flat, and then I know it's straight. And commit, and then we've got that little bit of a gusset there, just to give it room for when you fill it with stuff. Yeah, okay. I may well layer inside there with some paper, and then all you've got to do is find something to tie it with. So let's have a look what we've got to hand that's not miles away from my desk. Let's have a look. I think I'm just going to use this like beige colour for now. I might change this. I might actually put elastic instead. Stretchy elastic. Yeah. But there you go. There's your... You know, I think I've lost the plot. Where are my scissors? Focus, Amanda. Wrap it around. Tie it in a knot. Okay, wrap it around, tie it in another knot. So when you do that, it also just lifts that circle up. There's always a method in my madness. Just lifts that circle up a right little bit so that you know you can get in there with the twine easier. Okay. Alright, and then that will obviously just twist around there, and then you can put things in. So I'll probably fill mine with ephemera. So let's have a look what we've got in here. So this is the expandable folder that I did, and I filled it with all of my French ephemera from my French ephemera kit. So let's have a look what we've got. You can put some extra ephemera in there. You could even like tie it up as a little bundle, you know, wrap some string around it, make it pretty, and then just make sure it fits first before you before you do out. Make sure it's gonna fit, and yeah, so then, or you could make a little notebook, or you know, another kind of insert. What would be really nice in there is an insert, like I've made this insert for the middle of my journal. So you could make something like this with the flips and the flaps, but make it to fit, and then slide that in there. In fact, that won't, mine won't fit because I've made it too big, but that would be a nice idea. So there you've got yourself a expandable windowed ephemera holder for inside your journal. Is that straight? Let me just check it's straight, because I can't do with it if it's not. It is, it's straight, is that? Okay, just need to adjust these strings a little bit. Okay, maybe not pull it so fast, but the flap will be stronger when I'll probably layer it with paper, and then obviously as you fill the wallet up, then it's going to hold it even better. But what a lovely little dimensional thing to put inside your journal. So my next step is to string in my signatures. Okay, so I'll be back when I do some more, hopefully a little bit more organised, and so I know what I'm doing. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Don't forget, keep crafting. Bye.